Hello, nerds. Welcome to Geek Beast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the Geek News Beat. I'm your host, Chuck, and when we got Randy. Say what's to people, Randy.
Yo, what's going on, Chuck? What are we talking about tonight?
First things first, Oversight District gives initial approval to 17 billion Walt Disney World Development Agreement. So Central Florida Tourism Oversight District board members reviewed a draft of the agreement attached to Disney's plan to invest 17 billion in Florida. The board voted unanimously in favor of the 15-year agreement.
Of course they did. Who you know
The-
about $17 billion?
I don't know. The Sanchez may come over top of them and be like, nah, we're gonna get rid of this. They too damn woke.
We talking about reasonably intelligent people, right?
Yes, they voted it in. Doesn't mean the government's gonna let it happen.
Of course they did. Yeah, $17 billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be like, well, no, come on, man.
Hey, Randy, I agree with you, but we have a governor in place who Disney was paying all the bills
Yeah, they
for a
were.
piece of for all that land and all those jobs, covering everybody's insurance, covering all the maintenance on the roads. And he's like, no, we're going to take that back and cover it ourselves.
And they can't. They literally cannot afford it.
Can't afford it. Can't afford it.
The state can't afford it, let alone the city of Orlando. Yeah. That's a lot of money to come up with to the budget. Like, hey, we need an extra $17 billion. Like, how did that happen? Well, Disney was paying it, but we got mad at him because, Bob Iger or somebody there said something I ain't like.
It's political theater gone too far. Political theater that has gone too far.
Well, no, I don't even want to say it. I ain't gonna even go there. I'm not gonna even go there.
It says so. This agreement is for 17 million for a new park. So it also allows for the maximum of 5 minor theme parks, such as a water park, per the Sentinel. Disney must invest at least 17 billion to development in the district within the next 10 and 20 years, with a guaranteed spend of at least 8 billion in the first decade.
They will.
They'll spend it. It. I mean, Orlando has nothing else. They're supposed to make a tech park there, bring technology there, and the governor kind of killed that.
He's an idiot.
He's like, I don't want those tech people to come here. They're too liberal.
I just can't. And I don't want this to turn into a
Nah,
political
no,
discussion
no,
because it
don't
can
have
go
to,
down a
don't have
rabbit
to.
hole, but they're just idiots.
Idiots, yeah. The agreement also allows nearly 1.3 million square feet of office space, 1.7 million square feet for restaurant retail space, and 53,467 hotel rooms.
53,000? I don't even know how to compare that. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
53,000.
yeah, I don't know.
They're just gonna turn all Orlando into Disney World with Universal on the side.
Yeah, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I really want to know what Defunct thinks about this because he would know way more than I do. But
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So Disney's ramping it up. I
look at
guess
that.
I guess after I bet you the city threw all kinds of things at Disney. Please
Oh,
stay,
yeah, yeah,
please,
yeah,
please stay,
yeah, yeah.
please.
You
We'll give
don't
you the
want to
whole
get
entire
into,
city.
yeah, you don't want to get into like beef with like your biggest, one of your biggest employers. And I that used to be, again, I don't want to get too political, but like big business was kind of the Republican thing.
Yeah, it
They
was.
support
It
big
was a
business.
libertarian Republican dream what Disney was
Yeah,
doing, Disney World was doing down there.
right.
What Disney
Like
World was doing.
free markets, have the companies take care of themselves, all those
Take
things.
care
Yeah,
of this, take care of the land, take care of
yeah.
everything.
That's been
Yeah.
their mantra for like 50 years.
Yeah. He said the way to compare it is that Disney was
Yeah.
already a city and will become more so. He
Right.
says Disney World is the size of San Francisco and it's
Wow.
1.5 times the size of Manhattan. The only thing they
Wow.
didn't handle was the police. They handled everything with police. They handled everything, Randy. The
Yeah.
water, electricity, everything.
Yeah. Like, why
The
would you turn
agriculture,
that
the
down?
ecosystem, everything. Why
Yeah.
would you even mess with that? If you
Right.
wanted to punish them, you would make them handle the police department. You'll give them more things to spend money
Right.
on.
Right. You charge the way to hurt corporations is by making them pay more, right? Not making them
Yes,
pay less.
yes, yes, yes. And they paid you taxes on top of that.
Exactly.
Crazy. We're not gonna go in there. But
Yeah.
anyway, so Disney's gonna expand 5 mini theme parks. I don't know what a mini theme park is. Maybe the funk can tell me. What's a mini theme park?
I
I
guess
want to
it's
know what a mini
smaller than
theme
Disney,
park is.
slightly smaller than the one they have now.
Those theme parks are huge.
I
Like
know.
I
they're
think
huge.
maybe it's
So
gonna
what's
be similar to what they did here with the Disneyland Forward, right? Where they said like,
yeah.
okay, there's gonna be a Tron Land, there's going to be a Frozen Land, that
No,
type
those are
of
part of
deal.
the parks. Those are
Those are
part of the
part of the
parks.
parks.
Those aren't individual parks. That's still all
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
I mean that, like, yeah,
California Adventure could be considered a small park.
yeah, well, it is. Yeah, it's considered a separate park, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
separate that may
yeah,
be the size of a small park.
yeah.
Mm.
It has
Hmm.
what, two coasters in it
Oh,
and
there's
and the
plenty of stuff.
tower.
There's all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff in there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that big.
True. It's not that big.
A
Yes.
ropes course, there could be all kinds of stuff. Yeah. They do in Shanghai. That Shanghai's park is crazy.
I just
The
realized that
universal
there's a
version is
Shanghai.
crazy.
Yeah, I
It's
just realized
crazy.
because there's a Valorant Masters in Shanghai
Yeah, it's
this right
crazy.
right now, and all the talent like on their day off they went to Shanghai Disney, and I was like, wait, there's a
It's
Shanghai
crazy.
Disney. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what?
Mm-hmm. It's huge. So it could be
Yeah,
that. I don't know. Lake for water sports. Yeah, it could be water sports.
Yeah,
A
it could be
water
a lot
park,
of
but
good stuff.
but it could be a huge water park. It ain't gonna be
yeah.
Disney ain't gonna skimp on a water park,
$17,
you guys. They're gonna
They
have
can't.
Disney
17
Sea 2.
billion.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah, they
huge.
can't. They can't skip on it. It's got to be
Nah,
for
it's gotta
echelon.
be amazing. They're gonna have
Yeah,
Ariel under the bottom and shit.
because
People
they
gonna be
going
underwater tunnels. They're
I
gonna
mean,
do it
that's
right.
the one advantage that Disney World always had over Disneyland is they just got so much space.
Space.
They got so much. There's only so
Mm-hmm.
much you can do here at Disneyland, but
Well,
there, man, they have so much space. They can do whatever.
yep. They gotta appease Disney. They're like, yo, we'll do anything to get y'all to come back
and I
out
mean,
here.
it's got to be top line because like you're gonna charge $500 to get in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to
They'll
be,
raise the price about 350.
you know, I'm just
mean,
being
like
hyperbolic, but
like a park hopper here, right, in Disneyland for California Adventure, park hopper. So that means you can do both
right.
parks in one day. I mean, that's like $150 for
Uh-huh.
one
Easy.
ticket now. So
Yeah.
imagine that this is like what do they have, like a 5 park hopper? You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
I mean, if you
Just
come there, you stay for a week, right?
you go to
So
one
you
each
have
day.
5 parks. Each day you can hit one park.
They have 4-day 4 park right now, and it's 396.
See? Yeah, it's gonna be about $500.
Yeah. Then the park hopper, they usually give it to you at the end of the day. Like after 5, you can go to another park.
So yeah, trust
They
me.
they need to do something, you
Why you say
know,
that? What you say?
because the parks are crowded, and
Oh,
it's costly and elastic, right? If Disney wanted to charge $1,000 a ticket, the numbers won't go down.
no, it won't.
Won't don't go down.
It
Attendance won't go
won't.
down.
Nope.
You know,
They probably don't charge what they fully could,
they
right?
don't. They don't.
They
They don't.
make more money on like all the stuff inside, all of the merchandising and everything like that. But they could probably charge more money.
They did. They know. They know they can.
Yeah.
Trust me. Trust me. I know that number, and that number's high.
Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah.
High. It's like they had where it comes elastic. Where okay now prices people stop coming if you
It's
charge
almost
this
like ticket
price.
prices for concerts, right? Like you could charge more. Just a lot of artists and things just don't, or they don't let it. But yeah, you could
Hmm.
charge more for
Unless you're Beyonce and Taylor Swift, and you let them charge whatever they want to charge.
it. As much as they charge for Taylor Swift and Beyonce,
They
they
could
could
charge
charge
more.
more.
Yeah,
fourteen
but that's
hundred
like
dollar
certain
ticket.
people. Well,
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, that's interesting. You bring up a good point because there is a lot of pushback now with like ticket prices to concerts. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are like canceling their tours. Like J Lo canceled hers.
Well, that's because
Yep.
ain't nobody buying that.
The Black
Ain't
Stripes
nobody.
just canceled
Mm-hmm.
theirs, and they were citing low ticket sales. But then it was just like, yeah, and so there's this conversation of like, yeah, it costs so. And again, I bring up, my cousin texted me the other day. We were just looking at the prices for the Hans Zimmer concert that's going to be here at Staples in October. It's like $500 for like the cheapest ticket, and
That's
it's
so
just like,
crazy.
and it's crazy, right?
We can go to that.
So
We can go to that.
we
Nobody can go
can't.
to that.
Yeah, you
You
could.
know.
You could.
You
And it
know.
still sell out.
Yep. It's like people are crazy about Beyonce tickets. Like there's that guy that was broke up with his girlfriend because she took his money out of his account. That was for his daughter's heart surgery.
I saw all kind of stuff out there.
Like
People get
what?
credit cards. Yeah, like what you
And he
did.
was like, "You should have got those tickets for me." That's what she told him.
Yeah,
I
you
think I
did.
would have choked her out. I don't no no I don't
We do
condone
not
violence.
advocate domestic violence here,
We
Mr.
don't we don't we don't we don't. That's how but my daughter's heart surgery money,
Hey.
and she was like, she got a mama. Make her mama pay for it. Boy. I said you should put her out right then. Like I'm done with you. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. And that may not be real on the internet, but they showed that video and it seemed like it was real. And I was
I
like,
don't know if that,
wow.
but like there's all kinds of stories
Yeah.
out there about
Yeah.
people going into debt and
Yeah.
finance it and taking out credit
Hmm.
cards and other
We
people's
saw it on
yeah,
Swarm. She took that
yeah,
credit card.
right. Yeah, yeah. I know
Yep.
somebody who got a second job for it.
That's so crazy.
And they
That's
make
crazy.
good money. It's not like they're broke, but just for the whole thing, the flight, the hotel, the tickets, the food, the whole experience, yeah, they wouldn't got a second job.
That's crazy.
Had
That's
no
crazy.
problem with it.
That's great. Do what you got to do. It's your life, your
You only live
experience.
once.
You only live once.
Yeah.
Next up, Randy, is another movie franchise I know that you love, the Venom saga. So Venom: The Last Dance trailer showed. Did you watch it at all?
I watched the trailer and I thought it was
Hmm.
hot garbage.
What? You're not excited about Venom? I thought you
I don't want
loved
to see Venom
Venom.
on horses. I didn't get it.
I have not seen the Venom movie yet. Every time I
Huh.
go to it, I get around to clicking on it and I switch to something else. Every time. I think I came on a plane one time
I saw the first
early on. I couldn't and I fell asleep on it. And I was like, this I
and
can't even watch you on the plane.
and I'm that way with the second one. I saw the first one and I just thought they tried to make it too comedic.
Yeah, it's supposed to,
It's
it's funny. I mean, I
like
don't mind
it's
it being funny, you
no,
know.
leave them being funny.
I don't know what Sony does with their movies. I don't know if they have anybody looking at any comic books and catching that frequency of the comic book.
You can't say that now, even about well, Marvel, hell, they barely have people looking at their comic books now. The whole world is like it's a clip out there of all these writers on the
Hmm.
various post Endgame Marvel projects, and all of them are like, "No, I never read the comic. I never heard of it. Like I never read it." It's like they got notes, and then they wrote the scripts and everything on that. Like no, none of the writers for a lot of the movies that have come out on Marvel post Endgame have been familiar with the source material, and you can tell.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell. You can tell. You can tell.
So I wonder if
Uh,
Sony just kind of buying into the same type of model
they've always been there.
there.
The Spider-Man movies, they got lucky because they told the same story just about three times.
Yeah. The Spider-Man
They got
movies
lucky.
I like. Morbius was terrible. It was absolutely
I didn't
terrible.
think Madam Web wasn't good.
Madam Web, I
It
haven't
was, it
seen
was, it was,
it.
I think they made Madam Web just to hold the property.
Yeah.
But they
I,
had to
I
have a movie come out in order
it
to
was
keep the
that the deal
property.
that they just had to have one come out and was close to expiration.
Man,
Makes sense.
that movie's not only it wasn't just poorly written. The post production was really bad on it. Like
Mm.
there's whole ADR scenes where people are talking and their lips aren't moving, and you know that scene's a still scene.
Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. Look at this.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah,
ridiculous. What are we doing
yeah.
here,
But I think
people?
that might have been in the comic book. The horse, Venom.
Man, and I'm
Yeah,
not
that might
saying
have been
it's
in the
not,
comic
it
book.
just looks terrible.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of it has to do with the Last Dance, which does not take place in the MCU timeline, is out in October 25th for those that want to see it.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll catch up and go watch it because I'm curious. If I get free movies, I might as well go see it.
Do you
I got to
think?
spend the money. I got to go see movies anyway.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see it.
I go see it, and it's like the villains in it are all the symbiotes,
Yeah,
but it
and it's
doesn't look like any of the key symbiotes from the comic book. And that's what throws me off is like there's no distinction between them.
yeah, and
And
it's
there's
what
so many cool
Punk just said,
symbiotes.
but for real, the trailer is full of nonsense. Right, I agree
Yes,
with you one
yes,
hundred
it is
percent.
full of nonsense.
Yeah.
What what did the funk say, Randy? You're not allowed to say bad things about Venom during Pride Month. That's the flagship gay superhero movie franchise. Yeah, Randy.
I don't want them
We're
coming
in the
out.
middle of Pride Month. We're at the beginning of Pride Month already, Randy, and you're bashing the gay franchise, Venom.
I didn't realize he was a gay character.
Oh,
I'm like you. I haven't watched any of them. This just not. I mean, I love Tom
I
Hardy, but
tried. I
I
tried.
haven't even tried. I'm just
uh,
like, man, I did does not appeal. Does not
I'm
look
on the
good.
airplane going out to
uh,
Orlando for some Disney work. I picked Venom. It's
uh,
8:30 in the morning, you guys. Granted, I sleep on the lift off of the airplane from the airplane. I sit in my seat and that drone gets me. I'm out like in 5 minutes. I don't even see us take a flight. They come and nudge me, make sure my seatbelt is fastened. And I'm sleeping. I wake up like 10 minutes in the flight. Then I turned on the movie. I started it. My eyes just got heavy. Next thing you know, I was in Orlando. So
like I said, I saw the first one, and that was about it. The second one I tried, and I just couldn't. And I really don't see the point. And I didn't think the second one did that well. I can't recall. Fact check
they
me because
gotta do the movies, Randy. They can't come out with another Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie. They can't release a Spider-Man movie. They're trying to talk to Marvel friend films about it.
Yeah, fourth
So
one.
they gotta think of something. Do you want another Morbius movie?
no,
Yeah,
God no.
all of these do smell exactly like you're saying, Chuck. Of just like they have to do it or they lose the rights.
License.
They lose the rights. Yep.
They lose the rights to it.
Like Madam Web is so
Like,
bad, man. Those actresses tried so hard to make a good movie. And it's like, I see what you're working with, and you're not working with much. And I don't blame you all,
I
but
don't.
I watched that movie and I was on the ground laughing. And it has sparks of good things in it. Like you all should have took the time to make a movie. I heard they were writing on the set. They were
I did
writing the movie on the set as they were, you
never
know.
want to see Madam Web. I'm never going to watch Madam Web.
I heard Dakota was like, "What are y'all telling me to change today?" I read the script. I memorized most of the script. And y'all, we're not even going off that anymore.
Yeah.
But I tell everybody to watch it because it's like I knew what they were trying to do. They just did. It was a money grab, and it could have been a really good YA film to bring in young women viewers to come look at it, and not just Tom Holland and wishing they were Zendaya. Zendaya.
And I'm not familiar. The only thing I really know about Madam Web was from like the early Spider-Man movies. I mean, not movies, but the animated series that came on in the late 90s. And in that version, Madam Web was old. She was real old.
Yes, she does age, and she
Yeah,
becomes
because
almost ageless because she ties all the multiverse together.
well, and the Spider-Man, that's what she did. She was in the Spider-Verse, and she was like making their transition because Peter Parker was lost, and the
Yeah,
whole universe was about to be converged, and she pulled him into it, and that was her role. It was one of the first things I've ever seen with like multiverses,
yeah,
from an animated point of view from Marvel. Yeah,
yeah.
it was like the season series finale of that cartoon run.
You know what they should do? You know what they should do for Sony should do? Do a Carnage movie and hire Ace Bane to do it, write it for them, and have somebody come in after him and clean it up. Have somebody come in there, or give him a script that's already written and let
Uh,
him do his thing to it. Because Ace
uh,
Bane is hilarious.
yes,
He's
that's my guy.
truly funny.
Yeah,
He's
that is my
truly
guy.
funny. He'll have you on the ground. Like, you have somebody, it'd be like Blazing Saddles of superhero movies. And that's what we really want out of this franchise. Yes, Rodney, you heard me right. The Blazing Saddle of superhero
Oh,
movies.
oh, Lord.
He'll
Lord.
get to make one, but he won't be able to make another one. He'll get to be able to make one another, not another one.
as much as I would love that, they're not getting
It's never
made
going
this time,
to,
this day
it's
and
never going to
age.
happen. But it
This
can't
day and
be any
age with
worse
no.
than what we just saw from that trailer and what I
Yes.
think Madam Web is going to be.
Yeah, what
If they
Madam
just
Web
need to keep
would.
the
Yeah.
license, they might as well just swing
Yeah,
for the fences.
Mhm.
swing for the fences, you know? I mean, that's what they do. They give Ace Bane a script that's already been written, let him do his thing to it, then have somebody come in right after that, rewrite it, clean it up just a little bit.
Also, the
It,
problem with the problem with all the thing too is like I'm borrowing Randy's word. Like we don't need like who needs a Madam Web, right? Who needs Morpheus? Like who needs this? It's like they're just taking all these like really
Random
obscure.
weird.
obscure characters,
Yeah.
and then you're like, all right, we got the rights to them, we're using them, and I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
man, the reason they're not even popular in the comics, let alone the
No, they're not.
movie. You know what I'm
And they would
saying?
be good
At least,
side characters
at
in the
least.
Marvel universe.
But see,
Well,
here's the thing. At
Head
least with the
nods.
MCU,
Hmm.
and people don't really give those guys credit, but the thing about the MCU is they turned the Avengers, which no one really read,
exactly.
into
That's
a
what I
huge
go ahead,
thing.
Rodney.
Yes.
Into a huge
Hmm.
thing. Everybody was
Nobody cared
reading.
about Iron Man but like
Yeah,
me.
Nobody can, right,
yeah.
unless
I
you
was like
were
the
a
only
deep
person that
fan.
liked Iron
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
Everybody was into X Men.
Everybody was in the
X-Men,
X-Men.
It was
Incredible
X Men.
Hulk,
Yeah. But they
Spider-Man.
turned
Yeah.
those characters into like they turn it into behemoth, historical behemoth. You know, so they got to get credit for that. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but Sony is not Feige, you know, and
And they're
Feige's not
not
even
putting the
Feige
same
right
level
now.
of care towards
Yeah.
Feige's
You
not
you know
even Feige right now. It's like
you
you know,
the Newt from the Ville, Rakai had one of the best ideas. Ace Vane and Bo DeMaio partnered together to do a Carnage movie. That shit would be amazing.
Let's get Bo back on X-Men. Let's get him back on X-Men.
Nah, Disney's done with him. Disney's done with him. They can't handle him. Sony can pick him up, though. Sony can pick him
That would
up.
be a win. That would
And,
be
and it would be a win. And let's see, we watching Spider-Man movies from Sony, and they don't have to use Marvel at all.
yeah.
I'm gonna post that. Hey, Sony, you should hire Bo DeMaio since Disney doesn't want him. And make a good Spider-Man movie. Then y'all don't have to use the Marvel universe. It's like Rodney said, Kevin ain't the same person. Kevin ain't Kevin no
I
more.
think Kevin trying to get out the same as what I think Kevin's trying to get out of Marvel. He's been doing it for 20 years. And Disney just keeps making them and they keep throwing more money at him. And he's like, shit.
These golden handcuffs got me. They got me.
I'm trying to make shitty movies and y'all still keep asking me to come back.
He's trying to get fired. He's trying to quiet quit. He's trying to quiet quit on them.
The shittier the movie I make, the more money they throw at me.
He's like, I don't need more money. What I need is to be left alone. I'm trying to quiet quit over here.
Yeah, well, wifey and stuff, look at them. You're like, boy, you better take your ass to work.
That's probably what's going on in his life. I want to draw paintings. I want to paint pictures of flowers and dogs.
And then you get like that $30 million check. You like, man, Iron Man 7, here's Thor 5. Like,
the fun Rakai said, I'll get fired with Agatha coming.
Exactly.
Nah, people are gonna love it. People are gonna love that. People are dying for that. They're gonna love it for one reason and one reason only. And tell me if I'm wrong. They got Aubrey Plaza in it. And whatever, man. And she's gonna make that shit amazing. Cause she's gonna act as Aubrey Plaza and it's gonna be over.
Man, Kevin Feige want to be so bad. He made himself an AI in a shitty series.
I love that series. I don't know why y'all hate that series. I love that series.
It was terrible. And they still wouldn't fire him.
I actually enjoyed it too.
Do I have to do?
I enjoyed it. See, I enjoyed that series. That series was like one of the most meta Marvel series.
Man,
it was more Marvel than almost any series he's ever made.
Yeah,
it was more Marvel.
Apparently, it's pretty meta in the comics too. So.
Yes, she's that way in the comics.
Yeah.
Randy ain't never read a She-Hulk comic.
She-Hulk was terrible.
He ain't never read a She-Hulk comic. He ain't never read a She-Hulk series.
I mean, I guess it's what it is. It's like it is. It shows that
it was not terrible. It was She-Hulk,
divisive, right? Because there's people like me and Chuck that liked it, but then Rakai and Randy hated it. Yeah,
terrible.
So,
I loved it.
Terrible.
I mean, come on,
it's supposed to be like Deadpool. It's a Meg the Stallion.
Well, why don't we just bring Rakai in and we can have this discussion and cross talk?
Yeah, matter of fact, bring Rakai in here. We're gonna do cross talk now. Let's bring him in. Thank you all for tuning in to Geek Beast for today. I honestly won't be back Friday. I got things to do on Friday. I'm going out for a celebration for my birthday.
Okay.
So yeah, they're doing a party for me at LACMA. I guess there's LACMA. It's like the HBCUs are showing up. They're like, we got something for you for your birthday. Look, Catherine's in.
Hey.
We got Catherine in. We got Rakai in. They got the Blood of Zeus backgrounds going on.
Yeah. I left my camera my webcam in the studio, so I'm using my iPad again. So
nice.
Yeah, sitting on a couch. Yeah.
Nice. Question you all.
Rakai.
Did you see Deadpool, Catherine?
No.
Did you see She-Hulk?
Yeah, she was on the show when we saw
That's right. What'd you think of She-Hulk?
It was terrible.
Yeah. It was.
This is me and Rodney. Me and Rodney, we're by ourselves here. We're fighting for ourselves here.
Like it was so.
Defunct said he liked it.
Okay. We got three. Yeah, three for three. That's right. People in the chat, tell us what you think about She-Hulk.
Well, I mean,
there's no way that the highlight of She-Hulk should be She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion twerking. That should not be the highlight of the whole show.
I do agree.
No, the highlight was the telling of the old series. That when they did the little homage to the old series, that was the highlight, at least for me.
Yeah, Oh, I feel like when she was twerking, the character was like a little off model, and her like hands were doing something weird. It was really rough put together, so she kind of like floated a little bit when she was twerking. And
I'm sorry. I just watched Megan the whole time. I have no idea what you're talking about. So
Right. Sorry, Captain.
there,
I get it. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Captain, I hear what you're saying there. I understand.
yeah,
I understand what they're trying to make Harvey Birdman meets Ally McBeal, which is
yeah.
very She-Hulk like. Was very She-Hulk. They're like, hey, let's tone it down. But you expect She-Hulk, you want to see her beating up some people in it from time to time too. And
Well,
she didn't beat up anybody.
it
Except that
wasn't.
one, what's her name? What's her name?
as a matter of fact, I mean, it seemed like a good casting, but like even Tatiana Maslany seemed to be out of place, and it just I don't know. It didn't work for me. I don't know.
Oh, really? I
It
love
didn't work.
Tatiana
It should have
Maslany.
worked.
She can do
Yeah,
anything.
I thought she was great, and and but no, that wasn't it. That wasn't that
She can
wasn't
do
it.
anything. She can do anything she wants to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
and she did it.
I,
Didn't mean it's good. She did it though.
y'all didn't like. I thought that was brilliant. That tongue in cheek of what Kevin was, and it was an accurate criticism on Kevin of who Kevin's become.
Yeah.
I say Kevin wants to get out. He's like,
Kevin does that was him when you say the blink twice if you want to be free. That was
right,
him
yeah.
blinking
Kevin
twice
was like,
right
I'm ready
then.
to
He was
go.
blinking
Yeah.
twice.
He
Now
freaking
Somebody
that
come
part
help me.
I completely believe.
That was him blinking twice.
right. And they still, I get it.
I
Look,
I thought
look,
the
look. Uh-huh.
break of the TV, like the TV sequence, was interesting, but I didn't. It wasn't because there was a lack of action. I like the idea of doing something that's not action related. I think it was the delivery of the show that kind of felt
Mm,
off, and maybe the pacing
mm.
lineup. That show's kind of it feels like a long time ago. So if you
It is a long time ago. Well, season two's coming, you guys, and it's
No,
gonna
it's
be
not.
the
They
Season
said
shit.
two
they're
of what?
not. No, they're
Season
not
two
doing
of what?
season two. They're not
She-Hulk, they
doing season
canceled it. I
two.
know it. I know
oh
Oh
it.
okay.
shit. I was about to say. I said Kevin is going hard in pain. He said, y'all gonna fire me, damn it.
They're gonna fire me.
Y'all don't be surprised if it comes back, you guys. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, he'll probably come back in the multiverse and
Yep.
probably
They'll bring
yeah.
it back and have her break the scene again. Because
And
I can imagine.
have her be the Hulk for the Avengers.
Well, here, speaking of, we were talking about that earlier about the rights. And another reason why they did She-Hulk is then they can actually have the Hulk in it because
Yeah.
they can't actually do a Hulk standalone
Movie.
because of the
Right.
rights.
Mhm.
So doing a She-Hulk gives them the opportunity to have the Hulk in it, right? So,
Yeah.
and he did show up in it, and he did have some pretty good parts in it. But yeah, I think they'll still figure out a way to get her involved with it because she's also part of the Young Avengers too, right?
Yep.
I
It
mean,
could be interesting.
maybe her on an ensemble, might work better for her.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I
that
I bet she shows
shit
up
by
in the
itself.
new Daredevil.
Yep.
She probably show
Or
up
if
in the
they
new
actually
Daredevil
do it
episode.
right, like it felt rushed, and then
So he can clap
That
them
it
green
did.
cheeks again.
yeah, it felt rushed, and the special effects, the modeling, like it just wasn't there. So maybe if they
That's
bring
probably
it into the MCU, they can actually have time to develop and cultivate it, and
You're
give it
right.
that it deserves.
that's what happened to Matt Murdock. He got some of that gamma cat, and now he's born again. He's trying to clap them green cheeks.
Oh, I did not
Yeah.
need to
They'll have him in it. Or rumor is I heard they're gonna make Daredevil. What? They're gonna make it mature? Think Daredevil's gonna be
But
mature?
Daredevil was mature. The
Yeah.
series.
Yeah. Initially they weren't gonna make it mature, but since like I said, Disney Plus is gonna have mature content on it,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
they have mature content.
Well, I mean,
So
they going into all new ground. I mean, hell, they're about to
yeah,
drop Deadpool and Wolverine, so
yeah.
yeah.
they're like, hell, y'all can handle it now.
Plus
I
Disney
would
Plus won't be around that long anyway. It's gonna be on Netflix, so
hmm.
this is the
What?
Hail Mary.
Yeah, they put mature content. They were gonna make mature content on it because they were beefing up their children's settings when I was there. They were beefing up hard, and I know because I was doing things with that project. I had a project on it.
Hmm.
Um, But Randy, what are y'all watching today? What are y'all
That's
talking about? What y'all reviewing?
That's Rakai.
Kai, what are y'all reviewing today, Rakai? What are y'all
We
reviewing?
are reviewing season 2 of Blood of Zeus on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Any hot takes? Any hot takes real quick before we hop off?
Um,
Go ahead, Catherine.
it's just random news in my city. So apparently Elon Musk is building his XAI factory here. So yeah, yeah,
What?
super random, but that news
Yeah.
came out really randomly, and apparently had challah bread and liked it.
Yeah. So it
What's
popped up on our feed.
Yeah,
XAI? What is that?
the
His.
supercomputer is like basically a super AI computer.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the exact computing word it was, but yeah, it's gonna be here in Memphis at a former I forgot some old building, but it's like it has mixed.
Ronnie said Skynet.
Uh,
Sounds about right.
Skynet. That's what he's
Yeah.
building, you guys. The
Cyberdyne
Skynet.
Systems.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
if you're gonna say Skynet, then I'm just gonna say Frankenstein for things because that's the OG technophobia.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be very
yeah.
interesting because we know what X is like right now. They just turned X into triple X right now. Every
yeah.
time I log in, I'm like, y'all got porn merch ads? You're
Yeah.
never bringing
Wait,
back advertisers.
wait. Did y'all see the newest thing with X and Elon Musk? So
Mm-mm.
whatever, the Skylink is his satellites that give internet, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So he gave internet about 9 months ago. An indigenous tribe in Brazil along the Amazon River got internet for the first time. There's like 2,000 of them in this little tribe. Internet for the first time in life 9 months ago. Now there's a damn civil war in their tribe because the elders are complaining about all the young people. Well, everybody in the village is addicted to porn because of Skylink.
Damn.
Wow. There's a civil war
Thank you.
over
Thank
porn.
you, Elon Musk.
Yeah. I
We're
mean,
going
that could.
back to bonobos. We're going into
I
bonobos.
said they didn't
I
have no
told Randy,
guidance. They just got on the
chimpanzees
internet.
or bonobos. Chimpanzees or bonobos. Choose bonobo every time.
Wait, what's bonobo?
Bonobo is the monkeys that live across the river from the chimpanzees. So the origin of chimpanzees and bonobos came from the same origin of the primates. One went on one side of the river, and the bonobos said, "Hey, we're going to share here. Everybody owns everything. We focus on eating, sleeping, and having sex and playing. That's what we do on this side of the river." On the other side, the chimpanzees were like, "F that.
Yeah.
We fight for who's the best, and whoever's the best gets all the sex, gets all the food." It's like capitalism at its finest, the purest form of capitalism. And they actually live on two sides of the rivers. And those monkeys have actually, those primates have actually grown differently because of it.
Hmm.
And
Mm,
so there's a book called Sex at Dawn, and it talks about what cultures that man has chosen, and a lot of continents, countries chosen bonobos, but we're dominated by the chimpanzee culture, which is
Hmm.
like Europe because of winters and stuff like that, and they're infighting so much, so it makes
mm.
sense.
Yeah.
So you got some, you probably in that tribe, you got probably a bunch of kids saying, "I'm gonna be a bonobo." I know what's up. And the elders are like, "No, we need you to do work." They're like, "What for?
That's
We get
kind of
everything
wild.
for
Like this
free."
tribe is existed for however long it's been around.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, out of the sky, you get this screen, and it's got like porn and sex and all kinds of things on it.
This
That's
is,
kind of
I
wild.
mean, this is why
Because you,
the Prime Directive was a thing,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
And not only
You know,
Exactly.
that, it's Skylink. It's a Elon Musk product. It probably downloaded on the homepage or whatever is
Twitter,
X.
X.
All you
Hmm.
gotta
Yeah.
do is turn on X, turn on Twitter, and
Yeah.
you're addicted
Bam,
to
it's right in
porn.
your face. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. Like, where did that come from? Right. It's like Rodney said,
So
the
if they
fall
have
of
no
like
guidance, they have
here.
no
Yeah.
guidance. And not only that, depending on how much influence or how much connection they've had with the outside world, if that's what they see, they're like, oh, is this what everybody's doing now? Is this what the world is doing? Oh, we
And
behind.
they probably don't
Okay.
even know. They probably don't even know the world even exists outside of their
Yeah.
tribe.
They're
A
like,
lot
well, I
of.
guess everybody's out there doing bukkake. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Man.
That is
Yeah.
wild.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I watched
Wow.
Joy Coy. I watched Joy Coy yesterday, so
Wow.
I watched Joe Coy yesterday. So that
He has a wow.
You
he
got a
just
new
dropped a
one?
new
He has
special.
another
He
special.
Got a
just
new
dropped a new
special?
special yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's the one he
I
shot
was
here. That's the one he shot here,
yeah.
Joe.
Brooklyn.
I
Wow.
just I no he shot
Was
in
it?
Brooklyn. No, he
Netflix.
shot the one in Brooklyn. The one from last
Oh,
year was live at the Forum.
okay, okay. He didn't. I mean, they usually they
The
do
one
the
I'm talking
Netflix.
about, the
Netflix is
one
a joke festival. So
yeah, the
okay, it
one
was
that
that.
joke I
Okay.
just pulled, that was from the one from last year live at the Forum. That is
Okay.
hilarious. So
Oh Lord.
the one he did
With
yesterday is
that
good too. But
with that being said, that concludes our show for
All right.
today.
How you tell Bukaki?
Before we
Just
get a
leave.
YouTube
You
strike,
just walk off the stage. You don't say anything else.
before we get
Just
a
drop the
YouTube
mic.
strike, we get a YouTube strike on that.
We went from above
We were
months.
talking about She-Hulk
We're
to
from
this other
yeah.
to this adult content
Hulk,
about these
Elon
porn
Musk.
stars.
that's
Porn
Elon Musk
stars.
did it.
Yeah,
Elon
Musk.
Musk, give him a
Musk
strike.
did it. Musk did
Must
it.
Chips,
have been.
indigenous cultures, and then Bukaki. You just did.
Randy,
Hey,
we're trying to avoid getting struck on
He just keeps
YouTube.
saying it.
Stop saying it.
I didn't know.
I just said trying to get stopped getting struck. Jesus. Woo! Rodney right now is having a conniption right now.
So
With that
what's the
being said,
stuff that oh, go ahead,
thank
go
you
ahead.
all for tuning in to Geek Beast. We won't be here on Friday. Um, I'm actually doing some birthday stuff with some friends. They're forcing me for college. Um, thank you all for tuning in. Next up is BingeWorthy. They'll be back in 10 minutes, going over the Blood of Zeus, season 2. They're going to discuss it and tell you if you should binge it or not. So stay tuned and watch it. I'll watch it to see if I should binge it or not. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch y'all's episode and determine if I'm going to do it or not. That's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do.
Outstanding.
Yep.
Sure.
With that being said, thank you all. Shout out to Digital Click. Shout out to Defunct for curating all our stories. And shout out to everybody in the chat for coming in. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe to us. Click those buttons. We're shared across all platforms. If people don't like saying I don't like YouTube, we're on Twitch. We're on Instagram. We on everything. We're on TikTok. We on everything. You can find us. We're somewhere at the Geekish Network. Remember, the Geekish Network. The only one you know. And with that being said, good night, and I hope you tune in for Binge Worthy, where they cover the Blood of Zeus, season 2. Peace.